have here Diego and Alejandra. They are going to be the first contestants up for Would You Rather. Are you guys ready for your first question?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. The question goes to both of you guys. Would you rather go to the movies or read a book?
Go to the movies. Yeah.
Would you rather give orders or take orders?
Give orders.
Would you rather buy a male dog or a female dog?
A female dog.
Popeye's chicken sandwich or Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A. Damn.
Spicy or regular?
Spicy.
Yeah, spicy.
All right. Right there, little hop right there. Right there, hop right there. All right. Would you rather clean poop or clean the house?
Clean the
Clean
house.
poop.
Now you got to tell me why. Tell me why.
I mean,
Don't waste your time on answering that question. I know why. I already know why. The house is important to her.
it is.
The house
It
is important to you.
Of course.
Those dogs are important to you.
Yeah, they are.
The dogs can come second to clean the house to her. So
Yeah.
I understand why. I don't want you guys to waste your time on that. Next question. Would you rather adopt a dog or buy a dog?
Adopt the dog.
Adopt a dog, yeah.
A holiday gift or a gift just because?
A gift just because.
Yeah.
Give soldier time off or give soldier an award?
Give
Give
soldier
soldiers time
no.
off.
No.
Okay, explain to me your answer.
Honoring his work, honoring what he did.
Okay, give me a reason why you get an answer you gave. Okay, time off.
Time off? I mean, come on, brother. I mean, as an NCO, always an NCO, you know, once a soldier, always a soldier. But awards are great, you know, on paper and on your uniform. But that R&R, brother, you know what I'm talking about, rest and relaxation. You know, taking that, giving your soldiers, that is a reward in itself for them. And you know what I'm talking about, you know, because they go away from the, you know, squared away life, you know, like always having to, you know, jump, you know, and be at parade rest for this, you know, it just, sometimes you need a break from that, you know, and the R&R and, you know, that break that we give them, you know, it's more, it does more for them than some people would actually really think, you know.
So, would your kids rather you go to a sporting event and be quiet or be the one that's heard?
Mom, Dad, be quiet.
Be the one that's heard.
Be the one that's hurt.
Tell me why.
Man, I'm social, and if my daughter was here, you know, you would see a lot of me and her. You know, I mean, she's the life of, you know, the party as well. You know, just in general, not just, you know, always partying. It's just, you know, just our personalities. You know, like our vibe. You know, we put off good vibes. You know, and that's what I think has made us. Shoot, I think that's honestly what has made our kennel, you know, where we're at now, because the way we carry ourselves.
Right.
You know, like soldiers, you know, we've always carried ourselves with values, and I put values into this kennel and into what I provide, into what I do, and the love of it, you know, so, yeah.
All right. Hey, I'm Josh Adams, the family man, the vet,
Okay.
and the MBM brand.
Nice.
And who are you? Who are we talking to today?
Well, my name is Diego Marquez. This is my beautiful wife, Alejandra Huerta, and we're La Familia Frenchies.
All right. So, you guys are a family.
Yes.
You guys raise dogs. You have a kennel, and you're a vet, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, what I want you to do is tell me a little bit about your background, your history, where you come from, you know, how you met your wife, and your military experience, and then we're gonna talk about the dogs.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, you know, I was raised in Glendale, California. Met my wife in high school, actually, as a matter of fact. You know, we were friends. I was actually closer to her sister. I was, you know, more friends with her sister. She was a little quieter back then. You know, I think I brought up the whole. I brought the real Alejandra out, you know, like
Okay.
once we got together, you know, she's but I mean, we met in high school. We didn't actually, you know, really, you know, see each other as a couple, or like, you know, even got, you know, interested in each other until after the military. After I got off active duty and I came back to California from Texas, we reunited, bro. Facebook, social media, you know how that goes. And yeah, I mean, we went on one date, and then here we are now. You know, here we are now, 10 years later. So definitely been a blessing for me. You know, like as she has been there in my dark times. You know how we go through our times. You know, being vets. You know, the combat
absolutely.
vets. Like, so she's been there at my hardest moments, and you know, it was a no-brainer, man. Like when the whole marriage, you know, question came up. It was a no-brainer. You know, I mean, she's been my rock since day one, and you know, and she continues to be. And,
Awesome.
and like you said, it takes a team, man, to even not only just in life, but even in having a kennel. You know, doing the breeding stuff. You know, it's a family thing here. You know?
So Alejandra, did you ever think that you'll be married to this man right here?
No. No, I didn't.
So what do you think about it now?
You know what? I'm blessed. I'm happy. I couldn't ask for better or anybody better than him. You know, it's a blessing.
Well, I tell you, it looks like you guys got a great union going on. So why are we here today? Talk to me about why we're here.
Well, I mean, man, just to make a long story short, my wife, you know, she jumped on a raffle. You know, we do a lot of raffles, you know, to, you know, help out other breeders, you know, get their name out and us to get our name out too, you know. And so she jumped on a raffle, and it was, you know, funny story. It was for an incubator, you know, but ended up being that she didn't win the incubator, and she actually told me, "Oh, I won something, but I'm not too sure what it was. I think it's a photo shoot." You know, so, you know, I mean, we started looking into it, and yeah, that's how we ended up, you know, being here, brother, pretty much.
So, how did you find yourself in the raffle, knowing that you won?
Well, I end up just finding out I got an email. I mean, not an email, a message. And they just out of nowhere just said, "You won. Congratulations, you won."
As easy as that.
So that's it. I mean,
Okay, awesome. So, the one thing I like that you guys did do, you decided to get in the raffle because it was for a worthy cause. It was for supporting the wounded warriors and the veterans. So why was that important for you guys?
Man, like I said, it was a surprise to me. My wife kind of did it more because she wanted to surprise me. You know, that she was doing her part and jumping in some raffles too. You know.
Right.
Once I found out what you know, the main cause, you know, for this, you know, and the support that it's providing, man, it just resonated with me. I'm a vet myself. You know, I'm a 12-year Army vet. You know, 2 combat tours. And you know, God bless and God willing, we're here to talk about it, you know. And once I found that out, I told my wife, I'm like, "Hey, babe, this is something bigger than just a photo shoot. Like, this is for the cause, same cause that I'm in it for, you know. I mean, you know, I got my first English Bulldog, you know, where we started, you know, the start of La Familia Frenchies, you know, was an English Bulldog without even knowing that I was gonna get into breeding down the line. I got him as a service dog. You know, he was fixed, you know, so never, to me, this whole breeding thing never was even in the back of my mind at that point.
So how did it come about, and how did that English Bulldog help you out?
You know what, the English Bulldog, to be honest with you, just dogs in general, just they're a therapy. You know, I've, you know, like I said, at 2 combat tours, you know, I have my share of issues, you know, at times. I deal with anxiety, you know, PTSD related issues, you know, and my wife has always been my solid structure, my you know, she's been my back for everything, you know. But you know, I know that sometimes as vets we don't really speak to our families about what we should be speaking about, getting our true feelings out. You know, it's hard for us as vets, you know, especially as males, you know, and even more as soldiers, you know, because we're taught to be, you know, hey, nothing gets to you, right? Just, you know, you're always on the go. You know, you're squared away, you're just, you know, you're always on your toes. But the reality of the matter is that, you know, after being overseas, you know, being in combat, losing friends, you know, losing fellow soldiers, you know, that become family, you know, you just struggle with a lot of issues, you know. And honestly, the English Bulldog that we got as a service dog for myself, man, it was a blessing. It was a blessing, man.
Okay, so when you got the English Bulldog as your service dog, did you think that it can help you out with your issues?
You know what? No, I didn't. Honest to God, I didn't.
So tell me how he helped you out.
you know, it's funny, you know what I mean? You do tell you these dogs, they have a personality, and you know that more than I do as well.
Right.
You know, I talk to them, man. Like honestly, just let myself let me. You know, I know. Sometimes, it's, like I said, it's hard to let our emotions out to people, to our families, where we should be doing. But that's where he came in. You know, his name was Frankie. You know, may he rest in peace. He passed away over a year ago. But he left something behind that what we are now, you know.
Okay, so how, in what ways did Frankie help you out?
He just helped my anxiety to come down.
Okay.
He helped me whenever I did have those anxiety attacks, you know, to come out here and they feel you. They feel your
Absolutely.
they feel your vibe, you know, and he felt that I was hurting. He felt that I was going through something, and his thing was always, and I'll go back to what I'm gonna mention right now. His thing was always coming up to me, boom, giving me his paw, and putting himself right in the middle of my legs to just tell me that he's there, that he's got my back.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So when you got Frankie, Alejandra, did you see the changes in Diego once we got Frankie on board?
I did. I noticed that it was helping him with his, you know, anxiety. You can probably say, you know, depression as well.
Most definitely.
I did notice, you know, like some change, you know, that it actually did help, you know, because I mean, us as wives, as you know, wives from, you know, with a veteran, we see what other people don't see, you know, and it's something that it's hard for us. So bringing Frankie, you know, and seeing the change in him, it just made me feel better.
Right, understood.
Yeah.
He was a bright light in our lives, man.
Oh, understood. I would tell you, first of all, I have a service dog as well, so I do understand exactly where you guys are coming from.
Yeah.
Now, other than Frankie being a service dog, how, in what other light did you see Frankie? Because I know when those dogs are around, they have, like you said, personality.
Yeah.
You know, they got ways of doing things that just brighten all our days up.
Oh yeah.
You know, whether or not you need him for your emotional issues or any other issues that you may have, I know that those dogs, I mean,
They're characters, brother.
they are big time.
They're
Big time.
characters,
Big
yeah.
time.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
so you have any other family members that live in the house with you?
Well, it's, you know, besides my wife and myself, our daughter.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
she's out of college now, you know, but she barely turned 18, and she's gonna be 19 in April. But she actually goes to Arizona, to Grand Canyon University.
Okay,
and
awesome.
That's it. You know, what I mean,
Awesome.
she flew the coop. She flew the coop, but
There it
but I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm happy.
So how do you think Frankie coming in the house helped her as well?
I think it took a weight off my wife's shoulders, man, and my daughters too, because they, you know, I'll be completely honest, man. I mean, there was times that not only dealing with anxiety, not only dealing with depression, dealing with, you know, the anger issues that comes with it. You know, those certain bursts of anger. You know that it's sad. It's sad, bro. It's sad for us as vets to have to go through that at times, and it's a sad reality of life. You know, after the military, you know, you know, I'll be honest. You know, there's times that just that burst of anger just turned me into a complete asshole at times, you know, and I didn't like that. That was hurting me. That was really hurting me as a person, as a father, as a husband, because they don't deserve that. You know what I mean? They have our, like you said, the wives, the support element that we have as veterans, as ex-military. You know, like they go through a lot already as it is with us, and we forget that. We tend to forget that, and it's, you know, it's with all that, you know, it was a blessing to, you know, have him take that weight off my wife's shoulder, because I know she was dealing with a lot, especially with the way I was, because I know I saw it. You know what I mean? It hurt me. you know, and you know, it didn't sit well with me no more, you know. And so when I got him, you know, he helped us out a lot as a family, man, as a family, you know, just the personality in him, and he was like an old wise man,
Right,
you know?
right.
You know,
I get that.
That was awesome, brother. You know, that was awesome. He was my, you know, he was my
like,
Miyagi.
Yeah, he was almost like a silent drinking partner, right? Yeah.
He used to wax on.
Right, yeah, there you go. There you go. So I see you sporting your LA Familia Frenchies shirt.
Our La Familia shirt.
La Familia.
Yeah, La Familia Frenchies.
Okay, awesome.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how did that come about?
You know what? When we did start breeding, it took a while for us to really figure out. It took a while for us to really figure out what direction we wanted to go into, you know, and to go back on it. You know, the La Familia name, the La Familia Frenchie name. I picked it because that's me, that's us, family. You know, I'm a big family person, and not only blood. I'm talking about, you know, our military family.
Absolutely.
You get me? Our Wonder Warrior family. You know, the family that other people don't see that we have, because that's exactly what they end up being, brothers and sisters in arms. You know, and so I thought to myself, you know, that was perfect. La Familia Frenchies, because I love my family. I would put my life down for any of my family members, you know, whether it's blood or you know, in arms. And I just said, hey, that's the name. That's what it's gonna be, you know. And we're Hispanic, you know, obviously.
Right.
You know,
right.
so the Familia part was just on
Easy.
point, easy, brother.
Yeah.
Easy.
Made it really, really easy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so when you started your kennel up, did you always have Frenchies to start out with?
No, actually, we, you know, because of Frankie, and because I've always loved dogs in general. But I always wanted an English Bulldog when growing up. We always knew, you know, they're expensive. Being that we got him, you know, free as a service dog, we said, you know, shoot, let's see what we can do with the English Bulldog, since we already love that breed after having him for 5 years, you know.
To be honest with you, it was to fill that void when after we lost him, after he passed away. We had him. When we got him, he was already 5 years old. You know, so you know he stayed with us for another 5 years. After he passed away, you know, there was that hole that we had. You know, I mean, we have dogs already as it is. It's not like he was our only dog, but he was an English Bulldog, and by me saying that, you already know. If you have a Bulldog in general, especially an EB, their personality is by far the best. You know, I mean, I love them.
They are great.
You know, they just got the best personality from all the dogs that we have, you know, or have had. And after we lost them, and I mean, I told myself, you know what, I want to get another English Bulldog.
So, did you think you having a service dog would translate into you as a breeder?
I think so. Yeah, I think so, because it gives you that sense of drive, and already knowing that breed, you know, and loving it. It's loving their personalities, you know, their funny, you know, actions that they do, man. Like, it's just, you know, I don't think I would have chosen any other dog. And then once we decided that we were gonna breed them, it was funny seeing these little guys, you know, raising from whelping, you know, all the whelping stages to, you know, when they're running around with their little rolls, you know.
It's like raising kids, right?
Yeah, oh man, yes.
Yeah, they can be a hoot, man.
If I tell you stories about that, like I've had poop, you know, leaving the house, like on my shirt and not even knowing, you know, like, man, yeah. And then being in the car, like, man, did I step on Dookie? I was like, no, it's not. It is. Oh, man.
Sounds like next Friday.
Those whelping problems, you know?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Alejandra, it sounded like you thought that was pretty funny. Tell me why.
Oh, tell him.
It is. Well, I mean, we went to a restaurant recently. Like maybe a month ago?
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
and
about a month.
So we're just sitting there, and I noticed the waitress. No, actually, not the waitress. There was another male. Was it?
Yeah, the one that sat us on, the host.
Yes. So and then I see him coming in out of nowhere, and it's like, "Oh, are you guys okay?" and the guy actually the guy just looked at him, but he just looked and walked away.
Yeah.
Why? That's weird. Like, why are you looking at him like out of nowhere? So and then we got in the car, we left, we got in the car, and then out of nowhere he went like this, and he had like a piece of.
It was the puppy mush that we
Oh,
like
right,
a
right.
stuck
that we
in his
made.
ear.
I had a glob of puppy
Oh my
puppy mush
goodness,
on my
oh my
ear,
goodness.
and I thought to myself the whole time when we were there, like, man, these guys they're really like, you know, helpful. Like, they've been coming to the table quite a few times, you know,
But
not
I
just
think-
only one person.
There was
but
like
different
two.
people, you know. But I think that, you know, they were like,
Hey, go check him
go
out.
see that, this guy's got crusty ears.
Oh no.
You know, because I'm telling you that it was like a chunk in here. And I
Right.
just can't believe I was so tired from, you know, those every 2 hour feedings, and we were right in the beginning of it. You know, we were managing. You know, you have to manage your time and make time for yourself as a family. You know, as a couple, to go out and have that dinner. You know, just relieve the stress. You know, of pupping, because it is a stressful thing. You know, people fail to realize that until they start doing it. But I mean, I was like, when we were in the car, it was hilarious. I was like, man, I told her at least it wasn't poop, you know, like, because that would have been even worse. But it was just funny, like, they probably like, who are these people? Do they notice that they got this crust on them, you know, like?
Yeah.
Well, I thought that's crappy if they seen it and didn't say anything.
Yes, but maybe they just didn't want to be mean. But man,
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah,
I would have said
but-
something.
Right,
I would have
right,
been
right.
embarrassed, but it's okay. At least I wouldn't have been there with that glob in my ear.
So I got a question for you, Alejandra. Prior to your husband. Well, first of all, how long you guys been married?
Oh man, I'm gonna let her
4.
answer it, because you know how that works.
4 years married, 10 years together.
Yeah,
Okay, awesome.
perfect.
Awesome. Okay,
That's
so,
exactly what I was gonna say.
So were you a lover of dogs prior to becoming a kennel?
Yes. I
were?
love animals.
Awesome.
My first dog was Frankie. He
Oh,
was my first. Actually, no, I'm lying. I had 2 little dogs before,
Chihuahuas.
but he was Chihuahuas. But he was my first English bulldog.
okay. Well, I tell you this. Being a breeder myself, I know and understand that if you don't have the wife's buy-in and breeding, then you
yeah.
won't be successful at all. It's going to
no.
cause a lot of risk, you know, within the relationship and
course. Very
and
true.
things like that.
Honestly, I wasn't okay at first. But there's something that he wanted to do. Out of nowhere, he just brought a dog in. You know, he bought his first dog. He traded his bike for the dog. So for him to start doing what he wanted to do. I wasn't okay at first, but I said, you know what? This is something that he wants to do. We'll see where it goes. So that's how we started. I've been supportive. I've been on whatever decision he's been taking. I've, helped him. I've been helping him, and it's been helping him. Like I said, emotionally.
Keeps him busy.
Yeah, keep him busy. I don't. It's something that I've been seeing that has been helping him, especially when I leave. Go to work. It doesn't.
He's not consumed with
It's
the
just-
emotional
it's-
thoughts.
Yes, and it also, it's just, I know that he's busy. His mind is busy. He's not just there, not doing anything, thinking. That's the scary part. And I leave comfortable. Knowing that I come home, he's still gonna be home.
Okay, so it provided comfort for you as well.
Yes, a lot of comfort, and it's making me feel better.
Well, I tell you what, Alejandra, without our rock that we always have with us, I mean, every man needs a strong woman. They need a rock behind them.
Yeah.
And when I say not behind them, I'm saying a rock around them.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of times you guys set the tone for us. And just by you supporting them, allowing him to be able to get those dogs, it helped out the family tremendously, it looked like.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you, dude, you look happy.
I am, brother.
I
am.
know it's a lot more
Yeah.
to you being happy,
Yeah.
but you just look really, really happy.
Thank you.
And I do know and understand how it is with being a veteran, soldiers with PTSD have a lot going on.
Oh yeah, we do, man.
and-
We have a war that we're fighting within ourselves.
And perfect. A lot of people don't understand it.
Yeah.
I'm going through it as well. People go through it at different levels,
They do, man.
in different ways. but it seemed like you got it all under control. And a lot of that is due to the support system that you have right around you.
Due to this woman right here.
Absolutely.
Take the credit, mama, take the credit.
We fell in love with the bulldog, just, you know, the bulldog culture, you know, and from then on, you know, I knew some breeders, you know. I wasn't breeding at that point myself, but I think just for the love of the fact that, you know, the love that we had for that English bulldog Frankie, we decided, you know what, let's get another dog. You know, I sold my motorcycle to start up everything that we have now with Familia Frenchies, and that's how we ended up getting our foundation English bulldog female. You know, she's a chocolate tri-merle, you know, and she was the foundation for all of it, for everything for us. But definitely the love for the English bulldog and the bulldog breed, you know.
Okay, it sounds like you had a lot of love, man.
Yeah.
You could have sold your motorcycle. Mama,
I
what did you
did.
think about that piece?
She was happy.
Crazy. No.
No.
He was crazy at first because, like, how are you gonna trade up your bike that you paid off
Oh yeah, I had just
for a
finished
dog?
paying it
You
off.
know, that was me thinking. You know, but he told me I just want to start something, and you know, I want another dog. I'm like, okay. I mean, I hope you know what you're doing.
Well, I'm gonna say this real quick. You know, women are more about security, and they think more on the practical side.
Right.
And so when we go out and, you know, make the moves that we make,
Yeah.
they want to look at it and see, does it make sense? You know,
Yeah.
how is this going to secure it?
And because obviously we never knew nothing about breeding or having a kennel or just anything regarding, you know, what we do now. Yeah, of course she thought it was crazy, you know, and especially, you know, because she knew how much I love that motorcycle, man. Candy, you know, Candy Apple, red, you know, Yamaha R1, 1000, you know. Oh man, beautiful motorcycle. So when I decided to get rid of it, it was a shocker for her. It was a shocker for me too, but at the same time, you know, it was. I think it was one of the best decisions I ever made, man.
Did you have any remorse when you gave up your motorcycle? Because I tell you, you know, when we have those things near and dear to our heart,
Yeah.
you know, when they go away, you know, it's like I'm missing something.
You know what? I did, because I used to love riding. You know, I mean, I was with a motorcycle club for a long time, and you know, riding was part of like what before helped me relieve stress and on those rides. You know, I rode with some veteran clubs, you know, that are out here in California, and it was so getting rid of it kind of at first was a little scary because I was like, damn, you know, what am I doing, you know? Like, I just got rid of my motorcycle that took me years to pay off, you know? And like I told you, when we've been through when she's been there through my thick and thin, even back then when, you know, she even helped me pay some of those payments because I was, you know, at my lowest, you know? But now, you know, so it was scary to get rid of something like that, you know?
So Alejandra, how do you feel about him getting rid of it? And I asked you that question because you probably were a part of the bike club as well, right?
I mean, I wasn't part of it, but I will go on rides once in a while.
You were part of it.
I guess I am.
She was a part of it.
Like I said, I wasn't happy that he was getting rid of after paying.
Because she saw how hard it was for me to pay that bike off, you know?
It took him a while to pay off the bike, and then suddenly he just made the decision like, I'm getting rid of it because we're getting a dog.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's a big decision.
yeah, and it's something I'm like, are you sure? I don't think you should. You know, I don't know about this. But then he did it, and I guess it was a.
And back to your question on that. I mean, it was scary, and you know how you said, was it scary? It was scary after I bought the female English Bulldog, because after, you know how much money is invested, and we invest in this, so to the point that I was already 10 grand in, and I was like, damn, is this really gonna work? Man, I hope it works. But like, it's either you go in all the way or you don't, you know.
So you were having regrets then?
I was, because I already knew how she felt, but I didn't want to. Obviously, you know. I was in my head. I was like, shit.
He didn't want me to.
You know, I didn't want her to really.
Her.
Yeah.
I told you so.
I told you so.
Right, but not only that, you're a man. You know, you being a man, you are the individuals that have to provide that security for your family and for your wife.
Exactly.
And I knew you. I mean, just knowing what I know of you now, there was no way that you were going to.
No, not at all. Not at all, man. Not at all. I was like, you know what? We're doing this. You know, like I snapped out of that real quick and soldiered up. You know, like yeah, squared myself away.
That's right.
Hell yeah, and drive on. You know, that's how.
And you drive on, and you started adapting. And as you started adapting, you started getting better at what you.
I did. You know what? You have to do a lot of homework. You know, your own research and everything. You know, like, and that's what I did. I started reading articles, you know, forums, YouTube videos, following a bunch of other breeders and seeing what they're doing. You know, because not everything will always work for the individual, but whatever works for everybody else might not work for me. You know, so but I started picking little things, you know, started seeing, you know, things that would work for other people that I was like, you know what, let me try that. That didn't work for me. You know, so just adapting and overcoming, pretty much.
So those times that you felt a little afraid of your future when it came to breeding, compare that to your lowest point in the military.
Man, shit, I mean, losing close friends in combat, bro. You know, I think seeing being through those moments made me realize, man, I can do this. If I've been in combat, you know, 2 tours overseas over almost 3 years almost 3 years of my life, you know, that I you know, spent overseas in Iraq, and I thought to myself, man, shit, if I can go through that, and I've been at some low points in my life, you know, in the military and then just in life, I can do this, you know. Told myself, man, come on, man. Like we tell each other, we tell ourselves, you know, I'm a soldier, man.
Right,
we can do this, you know. And like you said, I manned up, and I said, you know what?
So you picked yourself up by the bootstraps.
Yeah, hell yeah, we're doing this.
Absolutely,
you know,
I get it.
because I can't have my wife tell me I told you so.
That's motivation in itself, right?
Yeah. We're here now, and you know, it's worked for us, man.
Okay, awesome. So you told me about your lowest point in the military, as well as in your breeding career. So tell me about some of your highest points thus far.
Shoot, honestly, man, the highest points is whelping. I love it. I love seeing those little puppies, man, being born, and just, you know, we're a big part in seeing them grow up, man. We're, you know, they are our children, you know what I mean? It's just, I think that's a high point for me, you know, and then seeing the smile on the people that we rehome these dogs with, you know, seeing that smile, like it's like seeing the inner little kid of that grown adult, you know what I mean? And it's like, and I'm telling you, we've sold dogs to people that, you know, like, you know, they look like they came straight out of the pen, you know what I mean? Like tatted up. I mean, and I don't judge nobody, because I mean, you know, it's you know, but then when you see them smile once they see that dog, man, it's like, you know, they just opened their gift when they were little, Christmas morning, you know what I mean? So that right there is the biggest high point for us, I guess, you know.
Okay, so tell me about some of your high points.
High points is seeing him, enjoying whelping, also meeting people, new people. It's just the way what brings the inner of him, how his mood changes when he's with these puppies. To me, that's the highest point. That's me seeing him enjoying what he does.
What I do. Okay, awesome. So we're talking about high points right now. So give me a high point in your military career that will be that you can associate with your breeding career.
Sure. A high point. I mean, damn. I would say definitely high points in my military career is just the camaraderie in between, like, you know, the soldiers. You know what I mean? Like those points that, you know, you're out rucking, you know, end of a road march, you know, end of the day, and you're getting, you know, you're putting your sacks down and your rucksacks down, and those conversations that you had, you know, with these guys, those laughs, you know, those moments that you had, man, those are unforgivable.
And you know, those conversations are different, you know, that you will have from just a ordinary person out on the street.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, even your friends, that's not military. But those conversations you have with those guys as veterans, you know, you guys been through a lot of the same similar situations.
Yeah.
And it's just different, believe me.
It is, yeah. It hits different, bro.
Yeah.
It's different. You know what I mean? So those were my high points. You know, obviously, you know, getting training down and you know getting those first time goes on things. You know, were always sweet, but just you know the relationships you build. You know. Those,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you separate from the military, obviously, you know, you hold military vets, you know, close to your heart. How do you plan to get back to them?
You know what? We have we have an idea that we're working on that we do want to make happen. You know, a lot of people rehome their dogs or resell them, you know, to other breeders. Honestly, once you know they've already done what they did for us, you know, and you know, we want them to have a good life, you know, of course, you know, but my main thing is I want to be able to help another veteran just like how Frankie helped me, you know, and that's what I want to do. Without, you know, I just want to rehome that dog to a vet that's in need, you know, that's in need of something to uplift them, you know what I mean, to give them a purpose again, you know, and honestly that's what breeding gave me a purpose, you know, because you know I hit rock bottom in my depression, you know, at times, you know, and it was hard. It was hard to see myself, you know, treating my wife and my daughter a certain way, you know. Yeah, it was definitely, you know, some rough moments, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it can definitely get tough, and sometimes we just don't know why.
Yeah, it's you want to control it, but you can't, you know. You know,
that's the $100,000 question.
Yeah.
How and why
Yeah.
is that?
But you know what, man, these dogs
They
were.
bring you up out of it, don't
That's
they?
why my wife, you know, to piggyback on what she was saying is like, I guess she sees me, man, a totally different person from how I was before we got into this, you know, before we got Frankie, you know, and that's, I guess that's what she loves about it, you know, how it makes me feel, and she doesn't see me, she doesn't worry about me as much as she used to, you know, because not only is she my wife, she's my caregiver, you know, through the military, through the VA system, you know, she's been there for me, like I said, she's my rock, you know, and I guess that's why she says what she says, that she sees me happy, you know, she sees that I'm not depressed, you know, that I'm not sleeping in till 2-3 p.m. because I'd just rather be sleeping, and you know, I was wasting my time, you know, wasting my days, you know, on self-loathing, you know.
Well, I tell you what, having a kennel, you can't sleep in.
No, hell no, you can't. Shit. Hey, you know what they always say, oh, I can't wait to work for myself. I want to be my own boss. And you don't go from those 8-hour days to less hours. You go to like you're working 24/7.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you know what? But I was okay with that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I was okay with that because I was like, man, I love it. I love what I do.
Okay, so tell me what you want the people to know about you guys before we wrap up.
We just want everybody to know, you know, the La Familia Frenchies name stands for what it is. You know, we're a veteran-owned company, you know, that do this for the love of the bulldog breed, you know, and for the animals themselves, you know, to show that we not only just do it for what everybody else does it for, you know, and we're not about the hype, you know, we're about producing beautiful, healthy dogs, but at the same time making it so we can at one point help wounded warriors, you know, with PTSD related issues, you know, rehome some of these dogs that we retire, you know. So that's what we want them to know, you know. We want them to know that La Familia Frenchies stands for something bigger than just breeding dogs. We have a vision, you know, that we've talked about, you know. So
Okay, Alejandra, your closing remarks.
You know, I just want people, when they see us as a family that you know, that want to help other people, especially veterans.
have them serve a purpose for somebody else, you know, like how Frankie served for me, you know, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when you have a dog that's, you know, able to help you with your anxiety, with your depression, you know, with things that us veterans deal with, you know. And honestly, you know, these dogs do that for us. You know, they're more than just a pet. They're more than just a dog that we breed. They're what keeps me going. They're what keeps me out of the hole of being depressed, you know, and gives me a purpose in life, you know. Besides my family, it gives me a purpose to keep on, you know, spreading the La Familia Frenchies name, you know, for people to know that, you know, we have a mission, and our mission was never over after the military. Our mission continues, and if we're able to help other veterans through La Familia Frenchies, then so be it.
Okay, with that being said, if there was a soldier out there, an old veteran that wanted to get in contact with you, or anyone that wants to get in contact with you based upon your kennel, how could they get in contact with you?
You know what? They can get in contact us. They can contact us through La Familia Frenchies on Instagram. You know, it's La_Familia_Frenchies, and all their contact information is on there. Our email, our point of contact, phone number. They can give me a call. You know, I'll start putting people on the list. You know, and once I get enough people on the list for the dogs that we decide to retire, we'll do a raffle. No money at all is going to be accepted. These dogs that are going to veterans, completely free. You know, yes, we will fix the dog, we will spay him or neuter the dog, because we don't want them to keep working. Their mission is done. They're retired. You know, they can contact me that way. We will make a raffle when the dog is ready to go. You know, we rehome to that veteran.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so on the behalf of Mamba Bully Mentality Visuals, I am Josh Adams, and behind that camera we have Kyron Adams. We're gonna wrap this up and close it up, and before we do, I just want to let you guys know that we really appreciate you guys inviting us into your home, telling your story, because this story right here will help a lot of veterans. Not only that, this will definitely put you guys' face on the map, because there's plenty people out there that need the help that you've got. This will definitely help those guys out.
Hey, and we're willing to help them out.
So we really appreciate you guys telling your story. Thank you.
We appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you. Thank you guys for coming down.
Thank you.
Hey, you know, Mama Mentality Bullies, you know, you guys are always welcome at our home. You know, you're familia now.
We're familiar. Hey, thank you guys, but it's a wrap.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Great, man. That was awesome, man.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.